Wedding Frost tonight.
It's that time of the evening where we need to run through some of the formalities. And the first and most important formality of the evening is, of course, the loyal toast. So I ask you please to stand for the loyal toast. Ladies and gentlemen, the Queen, Duke of Lancaster. Keep you seated, and your Speaker Secretary, Jeff Heyman, is going to address you on the Probus Club of St Anne's-on-the-Sea.
Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, on Monday, the 15th of February 1971, a major event took place which affected us all. And that was pounds, shillings and pence, which we had all used for years, was replaced with decimal currency. Now, you'll all remember that, with the exception of this Catherine over here, who was well after her time. Right. 10 days later, after that, on Thursday the 25th of February 71, the Probus Club of St Anne's was founded. And both of these important events have been successful, very successful, I'm sure you'll agree. Well, most Probus clubs seem to have their origins in the Rotary movement. As you might know, membership of each Rotary club was restricted for many years to one member from each profession. Apparently, this was so that a club could not be dominated by people from one line of work. I'm told there were ways of stretching this restriction, and was quoted the instance when a bishop wanted to join a club which already had a vicar among its members. The club defined the bishop as religion wholesale and the vicar as religion retail. However, in many Rotary clubs there were waiting lists, prospective members waiting for a vacancy which might be years ahead. And these prospective members were looking for regular meetings where they could meet and converse. And it seems that a Rotarian from Welwyn Garden City, Frederick Carhill, conceived the idea of Probus clubs without the membership restrictions to satisfy the overflow. The overflows were mainly of professional and businessmen, and so the name Probus was chosen to reflect this. An added bonus was that Probus is the Latin word for good. And so Probus clubs came into being, many being sponsored, as ours was, by the local Rotary Club. The people who first started Probus clubs laid down three principles for the clubs. One of these was the clubs were to be simple in structure. So we don't have a membership committee to vet applications for membership. Two, they were to be free from the constraints and obligations of other clubs, hinting at Rotary there. We were not to restrict our membership to certain professions or age limits, and the clubs would not be involved in activities for a specific purpose, such as supporting a specific charity. And three, members were to be involved in minimum costs. And in our case, a membership fee of £12 for more than 20 talks seems to me to achieve that aim. I think our club, now celebrating 40 years, has met these criteria and performed the function for which it was originally established. Someone once said to me, a club is only as good as its officials, and I think this has been borne out in our club. I find it depressing when visiting other clubs to hear an official say, I'm only doing this until they can find somebody else to do it. Or, I didn't want this job, but I was pressed into it. Now, our club in St Anne's has had some excellent officials whom I cannot praise too highly. There was the late Geoffrey Reed, who for 20 years combined the post of secretary and speaker secretary and gave the club a solid base. When Geoffrey decided to stand down, no pleading with members was necessary, as Norman Parker volunteered to take over the secretary's position and, in my opinion, made an excellent job of maintaining the continuity for the next 8 years from 1997 to 2005. Take a bow, Norman. And then, when Norman retired from the position, we didn't have to plead for a replacement because another volunteer offered to take over. That's our present secretary, Matthew Willey, who has made a great job of keeping the club up to its high standard, and all done despite some considerable health problems. Take a bow, Matthew. These great secretaries all deserve immense praise. And as this is an occasion when we can pay tribute to those who have served the club well, I would add the names of our late members: Roger Spencer, Jim Spencer, Stanley Alabon, and the unforgettable Vic Middleton. The success of our club is surely shown by the large numbers who come to our weekly meetings, and in fact we are one of the largest Probus clubs in the United Kingdom. If a club is only as good as its officials, ours must surely be one of the best. Let us hope it will continue like this for years to come. After 40 years, it seems to me decimal currency is here to stay. And after 40 years, I'm sure our Probus Club too is here to stay. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to raise your glasses again to the Probus Club of St Anne's on the Sea. The Probus Club of St Anne's on the Sea. Thank you. For another toast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm giving you now the toast to our honoured guests, but before that, I'd just like to publicly thank Roy Winter, who's given me such a lot of help in organising this. He's been my right-hand man, and he's also organised that excellent cake. I'd also like to thank Keith Barlow for all the work that he's done in preparing all the brochures that you have, and all the menu cards and everything else like that. Not only doing that, but packaging them up for me so it was easy to put them out on the tables. So thank you very much, Keith. Much appreciated. I'd also like to thank my wife, Pamela, for letting me come to Probus meetings every Thursday. And in fact, sorry for insisting I go to Probus meetings every Thursday. I'm not quite sure why that is. But we're very fair, and I do allow her to go to the WI. Thanks to everyone for supporting this event, this milestone event in the club's history. What we hope you do is enjoy this evening very much indeed, and we hope you'll go back then and tell all the others who didn't come what a wonderful time you had, and make them really envious. And if you'd like to put a date in your diary, that'll be Thursday the 25th of February 2021 is when we're having the 50th anniversary, so I do hope you'll all be there and some more as well. So, can I give you the toast to the honoured guests, please? Gentlemen only this is for. Gentlemen, please. Would you raise your glasses to the ladies and all our honoured guests? Thank you very much. Can you please be seated now? And I hand over now to the wife of past President Eric Burrell, Mrs. Joy Burrell, who will address you. It is switched on. It is switched on.
Mr. Vice President, members of Probus Club, ladies and gentlemen. The highlight of the Probus calendar is the Christmas luncheon, when ladies are invited to celebrate the event with members. However, this year is both special and challenging, being the 40th anniversary of Probus. And once again, ladies have happily accepted another invitation. 2 events in the year. Oh, jolly good. The whole evening has been extraordinary, and we shall no doubt reminisce looking through the commemorative book which depicts past times. To Mr. Vice President and members of your committee, thank you for ensuring this evening has been so successful. Your organising skills and attention to detail are excellent, and a very enjoyable time has been the result of your hard work. Gentlemen, you are second to none, and I am sure the Probus Club of St Anne's on Sea will remain vibrant for years to come. Thank you. There's more. It is now my pleasure to ask Mr. Matthew Willey, Club Secretary, to address you.